Hammers to Homes is a 6 to 8 week training program that takes the tasks of residential construction and breaks them down into a micro-credential. Hi, I'm Brent Harris. I'm the Executive Director of the St. John Tool Library. We started the Tool Library in 2018, kind of on the cusp of an idea that got a lot of attention in the community. Classes were something that people were like, hey, I'd love to do something like this, but I don't know how. We knew putting tools in hands was one part, but teaching people how to use the tools and to do the thing was that second step. So from scratch in 2018, we built a little bit of a 2-day, 3-day kind of bridge course. And that really showed us that the Tool Library as a hub for the community has with it all kinds of little unexplored opportunities that we're finally starting to be able to build the capacity to explore. The Sawhorse program was something that we developed with a retired NVCC teacher, and we developed a bit of a crash course curriculum over 4 days. I was swinging a hammer at that time, running a team of my own, and talking to contractors all the time that had very simple requests. Can they show up on time? Can they swing a hammer? And so we worked within that and built the Sawhorse program, 4 modules that we focused in on. Very limited, 4 days, sort of intensives. And we were able, over 3 years of running the Sawhorse program, trained about 90 people, connected around 53 of them to work. We gave them a framework, and that's kind of where the Sawhorse idea came from as a name, because if you have a set of sawhorses on a job site, you can cut off that, you can measure off that. It's an elevated platform that you can work from that makes everything a lot easier, rather than jumping in with no experience and learning on the fly. By the end of that 3 years, we started to see the limitations. We started to see too that students have a fairly different set of needs. In the trades, we know we needed a more agile solution for training to make people helpful and support the industry, because we're in this housing crisis and everybody is busy for months and months and months. So the only way to bridge that gap is to get more people trained faster. And this is what we're leaning into now with our new framework for Hammers to Homes, is saying maybe we can break down the tasks. We're never going to replace the Red Seal insulator or carpentry, but can we teach somebody to be competent at squaring a room and laying floor? Yes, and we can do that in 8 weeks. As we've learned that over the last 3 years, Sawhorse started to kind of hit the end of its usefulness to us, and we started to build out this new opportunity for Hammers to Homes. A lot of training initiatives that exist, or just government initiatives, are targeted at big builders. And those big builders have big need, there's no question, but they also have more capacity as a company, as a corporation, to take on new students, to offer them training up front, to get them off of the work and learn as you go moment and into this is just to learn and to get good coaching and ask good questions. But those big builders are maxed. We know groups like CMHC and our own housing corporation in New Brunswick have said we are thousands of units short from being able to keep up with demand, to solve the housing crisis, to make sure everybody is adequately housed. If we keep on business as usual, we're going to end up many thousands of units short, and we're going to continue to see our social fabric and community deteriorate. So for us, it really was, okay, the big builders, they have some capacity. Who's talking about the small residential construction team who has a pretty limited scope? There's hundreds of them, and not many of them post jobs because they're busy, and they're busy doing the things they want to be, and they have a bit of a team that they're capable, but they don't have a lot of tools to hire up, expand their company, to go from that 10-unit builder or finisher to a 20. And one of the missing links is getting semi-competent or fully competent workforce. We don't have the rate of training in our traditional track. So how do we take somebody who wants to get into a career, doesn't have any experience with construction, and pair them with a training program that gets them to be the type of worker that is going to be helpful to them, that is going to be able to make a living wage, that is going to be able to solve our housing crisis? Like, pairing those 3 things is where we're hoping that all of this goes. And we do that in a partnership setting with the New Brunswick Community College, to be able to issue people who come through this training a micro-credential. So they've got something that is credible to show they put in the time, they know the skill set, and they can do this range of things. And we're aiming at taking that and breaking it down to smaller pieces while keeping the connection to the professional apprenticeship track. So yeah, we're obviously going to need lots of help from the community. If you know of nonprofits, if you're familiar with charities that are out there, letting them know that this program exists, that we have this initiative to help people develop those skills to get jobs in the trades. And for government, they have been so supportive of programs that we've done in the past, like Sawhorse. We're going to need them to help us continue to do innovative approaches to delivery and to connection. And ultimately, we're not going to solve the housing crisis any other way. We just need to find a way to get more people swinging hammers to make homes.